Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Hi, I'm Mand. I'm hoping this is in frame because I'm actually in my new office, which is like super exciting. I have been so busy the last 2 weeks. For those of you that didn't see my video, I think in my favorites I announced I am now engaged, so there's a lot of planning and all that really fun and exciting stuff. But before I get into the rest of this video and start chatting away, if you're new and you just happen to stumble across my page, hi, or my channel, hi, I'm Mind. If spirituality and tarot and oracle decks and journaling and all that kind of witchy goodness is your thing, please do hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you here. This is such a fab, cozy community. I know I have comments to get back to, so do bear with me, please. Thank you. And hit the subscribe, also hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. At the moment my schedule is a little bit all over the place, so I appreciate those of you that understand and get it, because making longer form content, while it's nearly easier than shorter form, just takes a bit more time. So that's it. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Comment below, do you have any of the decks that I'm going to show? You probably know by the title already, these are my witchy oracle decks, because I'm going to do a separate video for my witchy tarot decks, so do keep an eye out for that. What I would say is I will put the timestamps below if you just want to go to a specific deck. I get that, that's totally fine. And yeah, that is it. So grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfortable, or just prop me up on the counter and you can just listen to me talk. If that's your thing too, that's absolutely fine. And we will get into the video and my little chatty segment first, and then we will get into the decks. So first off, I want to say I'm so sorry I've been haphazard with uploading and things like that. Like I said, I got engaged 2 weeks ago, so that has been busy. We've been planning like an engagement party and things like that here at home, and so that has just been hectic, but I'm enjoying every bit of it, honestly. It just feels like it's been forever since the two of us spent time. We got engaged and then we've both been busy since. Second of all, I've been doing up a room here upstairs. That was the crafting room, but now I've made it into kind of like my sacred space, right? So where I can do these videos, I can, do journaling, and I also have an Instagram as well. So if you want to go follow that, I'll leave it in the description box. It's like mystic_mand93. And that's where I do pick a cards and all that kind of stuff. I do a lot of, well, I did, like I said, I've been busy. I promise I won't say this for the rest of the video, but I do chats, we discuss. It's a great community over there. I absolutely love it. I love all the communities that I am part of and have created and things like that. That is just, it's just the highlight of my day. It really is. I've made such amazing friends through social media, so I will forever truly be grateful for that. And what is the last thing? So yeah, so my sacred space, I still have some furniture. I need to move in my decks yet, which I am absolutely terrified of doing because I have accumulated so much. I'm not sure if I will even have the space for it, but who knows? We will see how that fares out. So I still have the same squeaky chair. I haven't changed it. Will I change it this year? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I am literally just working on a budget here. I'm working with what I have, upcycling and all that stuff. So if you'd like to see my sacred crafty room, it's more sacred space really, once it's done, let me know in the comments below. I will attempt to do a room walkthrough. I must watch some of those videos to see how they do that, but without further ado, enough of the chats and the updates and things like that. Let's get into the decks. That's what we're really here for. I know that's why we're here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 oracle decks that I could see. I might be missing one or two, but I'm pretty sure these are kind of my predominant witchy oracle decks. And I do have a couple of tarot decks, but I wanted to keep it separate, otherwise this is going to be like a ridiculously long video. So I'm so sorry about the noise. I am recording actually during the day, and my neighbors are doing work in their yard across the road, and there's just a whole lot of noise. It's just the joys of it. So I'm really sorry if that background noise is a bit annoying. And also my dog decided he's coming in. Oh no, he's leaving now. Anyway, so I'm so sorry about any noise. I was hoping this would be a quieter space, but obviously not. So we're going to get into the first deck. So I decided I'm going to start with like the bigger boxed ones first. At least I can put them aside because my desk isn't actually super massive. And I'm debating on like whether to change desk or do I like what I have and just work with that. Like, look, I'm playing around with ideas and I'm watching videos and things like that. So the first oracle deck is a compendium of witches. I'm pretty sure I've done a walkthrough. And it's by Natasha. I will not butcher her name. This is a gorgeous deck. The box in this is kind of battered. It's a Loscar Bio deck. Bio decks, I don't know, is that my Irish accent coming through? Sometimes I feel like that comes through so thick. And I find it difficult to probably pronounce things. You guys, would you believe I still haven't picked up a Tarot of the Witch's Garden or Tarot of the Witch's Garden yet? Can you believe that? Like, what? I need to get my ass in gear. But I need to find some place that's not Amazon, because Amazon is going to be brutally expensive. So if you can let me know, because I'm in Ireland, so any place that's in the EU that's like reasonable and shipping isn't going to absolutely kill me, that would be great. So this is the guidebook on it. It's an okay guidebook. I mean, you really, because they do different languages, this is about as big as the guidebook is. So it's about, what, 50, not even 50 pages, 47. It's fine, it's grand. Is it my favorite witchy oracle deck? By the way, I want to say this is no particular order. It really isn't. I love the backs. I really feel like this actually ties in with the Akashic Record Tarot. So I'm hoping, yes, you guys can see. This deck it's like two parts really, because you have the ones with the white background and then you also have the ones kind of with the archetypes. So let me just turn these over. This is a deck I most certainly have to work with a lot to kind of understand and get the feel of it. I haven't worked with it a whole pile. I love this one with the pendulum and things like that. But it's not a deck that I've worked with a whole lot. I still wanted to include it in my video because it is, you know, a compendium of witches, so you could really technically say it is of the witch aesthetics. Oh my gosh, I had my window open and it decided to rain. No, we have a heat wave here in Ireland at the moment, and the humidity is just intense. It's really intense. So being upstairs is, for those of you that don't know, Irish homes are built to keep in heat, so that's great. And not at the same time, because all the heat is being stored here. I like this deck. Do I love this deck? I don't think I've worked with this enough to have a say in it. I love the artwork. I think the artwork is stunning. You could really take these out. The only thing I wish then in that sense is if you wanted to use as two different oracles is that they didn't number it. But I get it, some people like the whole number aspect. But I do like kind of that, the archetypes in it, like the alchemist, the scholar. So it's really, in one sense, if you really want to delve into that kind of divine feminine, I really feel this would be a great one to work with. But like I said, I haven't worked with a whole pile, so I don't really have much of an opinion. I do feel like the guidebook could be a bit more in-depth, but then in saying that, this was an indie deck, if I'm correct. And it was picked up by Los Garabeo and then made into a mass market deck, which is great because I love the fact that everybody can get this. So that is the compendium, a compendium of witches. This one is Believe in Your Own Magic by Amanda Lovelace. I don't know if I did a walkthrough of this one or not. Now, I'm not sure what's the publishing house. Oh, and the artwork is by Genia. Oh, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to butcher that. But it is by Andrews McMeel Publishing. Okay. This deck, the box is very, just to nitpick really, the box is very annoying because one, it doesn't sit 100% closed, and then the decks kind of just shuffle around inside it or just move around inside it, and I don't really like that personally myself. I prefer kind of that snugger fit with decks or with, you know, the boxes, but that, again, that's just a personal preference. This is the guidebook. It's fine. It's grand. I don't have much to say about it. It is actually, if I'm correct, is it 3 sections this is broken up into. You have the, I just seen it there, princess cards, and you have mermaid cards, I believe, witch cards, and mermaid cards. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's grand. The guidebook is, I mean, to be honest, you could 100% use your own intuition in this. You don't need to use the guidebook if you didn't want to. I love the backs though. The cardstock is so it's okay. The deck itself is massive, so shuffling it overhand, which is how I normally shuffle it, is slight more challenge because I do have to extend slightly more, but it's not the be all and end all of everything. I love the artwork. The artwork is stunning. It's so cute. I really like the way they depict different body types, different what's the word I'm looking for, like skin, you know, not even skin colors of the skin, but like different pigmentations and things like that. So, you know, it is, do I think every deck's going to be inclusive? No, it's not. I don't think that is ever possible, and I don't envy any deck creator because you're not going to make it all inclusive. But this is, if you're looking for that kind of broader inclusivity, is that, you know, can you say it like that, that this would be a great one if that is your jam. It is a gorgeous deck. Do I pick it up as much as I should? Probably not. I don't know why. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. This card, like, I have issues with some of these cards, you know. Again, I don't, this isn't me nitpicking, I just want to show my decks, but there's some reason, you know, there's some decks I don't pick up as often. Love them. I love this one. And I mean, I suppose technically, yeah, you could take out the cards you don't like, but it's when it's numbered it makes it a bit more difficult because you know you're missing one then as such. Whereas if they're not numbered, you can take out, you know, cards that you don't resonate with. This chair, I swear. So it is kind of the witchy feel, a bit more modern. So if you want a bit more modern, it kind of includes the whole witch and that mermaid and that princess, you know, the way it's divided up. It's lovely. I love the crystals in this because for those of you that don't know, I love crystals. And maybe one day I'll walk you through all the crystals I have and things like that. But if you want to see that, of course. Oh, see, here you have the princess, the witch, and the mermaid. Like, it's cute. It's really cute. So if you're looking for that kind of cutesy deck, I feel this would be the one. Now I want to talk about Blessed Be, which is by Lucy Cavendish. This is actually quite new to my collection. This has been out quite some time, actually, but I picked this up in Galway, actually, in this cute little stall. The artwork is by Jane Star Wheels, and it's a Blue Angel deck, and I love Blue Angel decks, even though they have the same stop. But I don't, it's funny because I don't mind because the deck actually sits a little bit lower, so that's fine. And plus their cardstock is beautiful. It is so nice. Their guidebook is pretty good. It is really blessings that are in the guidebook, so you know, if you're into kind of spell work and witchcraft and things like that, I really feel like these would be great altar cards. I know Dawn Michelle uses this as like it's not a blessing and a curse, is it? It's kind of like the good and the bad, or you know, the shadow and light. That's it. Not the good and bad. Where am I going with that? With her Disney villain in this deck, I like love the two paired, the way she does it, it's amazing. It's such a fab comparison. But that's the backs. I mean, like, they're just gorgeous. They're stunning. I love the purple. I love the feel of Blue Angel cards. Mine are a little battered, even though I only had them since February, March. But I really like this deck. I want to work with it more. I just have other decks that have been just kind of piquing my interest. But this is lovely for if you want just altar cards, I feel. Or if you're doing spell work and, you know, maybe you don't know the kind of spell you want to make or the spell that you want to dive in, but you know you want to do something, you want to create something, you want to manifest or cast. This is a fabulous one, and it's very Celtic feel. Oh, that's very loud, sorry. And it's like, you know, like a blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. So it's deep. It is kind of all the aspects of us that we kind of resist, like, you know, sometimes death can be very taboo. It shouldn't be. It is part of the cycle of life, you know, growing older, it's part of the cycle of life. So things that we can sometimes resist, this is a great one to kind of help deal with that in one sense, I feel. Again, I don't have too much of an opinion either. Well, I seem to have, because I was well able to talk there, but this is a fabulous one. The artwork is gorgeous. The messages, even from the cards, you can read this very intuitively. You don't really need the guidebook. I just love the art, and to be honest, the lady at the stall that was selling it, she was so nice, she was so sweet. Like, I couldn't help but pick up something, and this deck was there. It's a little bit more on the pricier side, but that's normally the case when you buy off holistic stores. I get it, they have bills to pay too. So this is a Blessed Be. So I love this deck, I really do. There's something about Blue Angel decks that are just so luxurious sometimes. Like, the card stock is amazing. Now, if you have small hands, these cards probably wouldn't suit. They're slightly on the bigger side, but I wanted to include this in my Witchy deck because it is, you know, blessings, so for that kind of spell work and things like that. So I felt this would be a great one to have if you're looking. Oh, that's too hello. If you're kind of looking for something maybe for your altar to focus on, like a focal point, this would be a fab deck to use. And so, sticking along the lines of like spell casting and things like that, I thought, why not add this one in as well. It's a spell casting oracle cards by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn-Free, and the artwork is by Elizabeth Shiver Jessamine. Again, this is why I don't pronounce names, because I just butcher it. This is a Hay House publication. It has a lovely little kind of incantation on the inside of it, and then I love this deck. Actually, I love the artwork. The guidebook is your standard Hay House guidebook. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have these. The back's stunning. You can't help but love it, to be honest. And these are great, again, for that focal point. If you're looking like manifestation, reconciliation. So, you know, maybe you're wanting to reconcile with somebody, you know, you can create like maybe a nice little spell for yourself, or a spell jar, or just something to focus on when you're meditating. So you've like, yeah, fertility, lighten your load. So kind of letting go, boundaries. And, you know, this could be also great if you're wanting to do crystal grids and things like that, and maybe you're not really sure. So you can just ask your oracle, have that as a focal point, and then set up as you're going. So I really I feel that this ties in very well with the Blessed Be. Maybe you want to enhance your psychic abilities. Talent, you know, it's very clear, to the point. There's nothing complicated about it. You know, I feel it reads very intuitively. There's quite a lot of depth, I feel, that can be overlooked when using oracle cards, because, you know, some people try to compare too much with tarot, and there's a huge comparison between tarot and oracle. Some people feel oracle are kind of fluffy decks, and I would kind of disagree, because I've definitely had oracle decks that have kicked my ass just as much as tarot has. So I would disagree in that sense that oracle decks are fluffy. Some are, yes, 100%. There are decks that are the fluff, and if that's your thing, I think absolutely go for it. But, you know, I would say there are some oracle decks that are quite of the shadow aspects of ourselves, and I think I have a few. Definitely have one or two anyway that are of the, I don't want to say darker nature because that scares people, but more of your shadow aspect, right? The things that we push down and things. So I might do another walkthrough of that, because I know a lot of you want to see my collection, and instead of doing just one whole collection, because that just, I feel like will take forever, this is a great way of breaking it up into sections, because that is kind of how I use my decks anyway, is in categories and what I'm feeling drawn to. So that is the spell casting. Love it. I love the keywords. I love the artwork. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this anymore. It was quite popular, I feel, a few years back, and now not so much. But it is a fabulous deck. And for beginners, it's a great one too. So if you're kind of, you know, I'll be showing them soon, but you know, Seasons of a Witch, I mean, of course I had to include that in this, but they can be quite challenging and difficult. And, you know, if you're new, I feel like this would be a fabulous one as well. But I do have another one that I feel like is going to be great for beginners too. So another one I don't see a lot of people talking about is Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch Oracle, and the art is by Elizabeth Alba. This is such a gorgeous deck. Oh, it is a, hold on, is it on the back? Oh, sorry. It's a Llewellyn deck. Sorry, I couldn't see that there. Cheapers, it's really small. The guidebook is super cute. I love Deborah Blake's writing. She's fantastic. I adore my Everyday Witch Tarot. And this is like the companion oracle, you might say. This is quite glossy, so I'm hoping the glare isn't too bad if I bring it up that way. Yeah, these are broken into the four elements. So you have, hold on, let me turn this around, and if I hold it up, maybe the glare isn't too bad. These are broken up into the 4 elements: your water, air. So sorry about that, you guys. I swear I'm getting used to this office. Apologies. But yeah, it's broken up into water, air, earth, and fire. Jeez, sometimes it just doesn't come to me. I love the artwork. Oh my gosh, it's just so stunning. For beginners, 100%. Like, I would definitely be like, yeah, get this deck. It is gorgeous. Again, I feel like nobody really talks about this, and it should get far more love than it does. It's so cute. The cats in this are cute. And it has like all elements. So if you're looking for a deck that has all of them, this is a great one to get. You know, if you want individual ones, absolutely. You want to focus more on like maybe the earth elements and the fire, that's absolutely fine. But this is, if you want like an all-rounder, I feel like this would be a great one. I feel like this is so cute. The artwork is so beautiful. It really is. I mean, look at that. Imagine and envision. Oh, I know, yeah, I'm gushing over this deck because it's so cute. You can't help but love this. You really can't. So that is the Everyday Witch. Sorry, look at those crystals. But yes, Everyday Witch Oracle. Okay, so this one is the Solitary Witch Oracle. It's by Lucy Cavendish. This only came out this year, if I'm correct. Yes. I did a walkthrough of it. It is gorgeous. I won't spend too much time talking about it because I know I did the walkthrough. I will try and remember to link it below. I love this deck. And this was the one I was saying I would, and the guidebook and everything, and this is gorgeous. It's actually quite a chunky guidebook too. Like, again, Blue Angel. Amazing. I really do feel, in one sense, for beginners, this would be a great one. Because it has seasons, and is there moon phases as well, if I remember. It so fits that witchy aesthetic. If you're looking for that real witchy, not so modern, it's not very modern, then this is the deck for you. It feels I love the feel of the cards. Like, so they're matte and they're very luxurious feeling. I don't know. I like them. I like it. It's not rose petal finish, but like it feels kind of similar, but it's not. I know a lot of people don't like the rose petal finish. I do. I personally like it, but this just has that real kind of old witchy feel to it. And like you have the seasons like Lunasan, Samhain, Bealtaine. Oh, that's Litha. So it, again, I don't want to talk too much about it, but this is gorgeous. I do feel, even for beginners, I do feel there is a certain intuitive feel to it as well. Definitely a deck you're going to want to spend time with. Take your time with it. I like the different colored borders as well. I mean, you could chop these off if you wanted to and make it smaller, but listen, I'm not that brave. I'm not that talented either with deck modding. Haven't tried it, so I'm not going to. But that's all I'm going to say about this. It's gorgeous. Go watch my walkthrough if you haven't. I just gush over this. I love it. And the last ones, I am sure everybody has heard about this. I know we're all excited for the Mabon one. I am so excited. It's not out until July for us here in the EU. I'm pretty sure that it does include the UK as well. But it is the Seasons of the Witch by Lauren Anderson and Juliet Diaz, and Giada Rose does the illustrations. These are stunning. I absolutely adore them. My Samhain one is really battered. They're all beautifully edged. Again, like I said, mine is completely battered. They are shiny. They're Rockpool Publishing. The one out of these would say, like, I use these decks pretty much per season, and I think Lisa Pepez does the same. I'm not mad at that. I don't mind that I only use these for the season. Look at that green. That is fine with me. I don't need to use them throughout the year. The Samhain one I might pick up a bit more. So the Yule one is the one I don't actually use a whole pile, which kind of in one way makes me sad, because it is gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with it, and I absolutely love the, I know some people say Beltane, but being Irish, I'm going to say Bealtaine. Like, you can see which ones I've loved, and they're battered. I'm hoping it's picking up in the camera. The backs are all, hold on, let me just turn around these. All the same, but these have changed as such. Okay, I see now, yeah. So these are bees. I don't know, did I do side by side with all of them? But these are so pretty. Okay, this might be a bit of an overload with the 3 decks side by side, but instead of just doing them individually, you guys can see them all kind of side by side and see, which one do you prefer more, or do you like all 3, or you like me, or you just gonna collect them because they're just gorgeous. They really do focus on each season, which is lovely. Like I said, you know, with the elements, if you wanted decks that kind of broke it up into sections more than anything else, this is a great one. These 2 are definitely my favorite out of the lot, and there's nothing wrong with the Yule one. I have used it. It's not like I don't love it. I do. I just feel like I haven't actually spent as much time with it as I have with the Samhain and the Bealtaine, which is out because this is the order that they have come out in. And I do like the artwork. I wasn't sure at the start when I first seen it, even when I got the Samhain one, but then I started using it, and I feel for ancestral work, that one is so powerful, so intense. I definitely used it for connecting with my own ancestors and, you know, getting answers and things like that, or even into family research. It's the cards that came out I got chills from. So, but with the Yule one, I just haven't worked with it, so I might start in November instead working with it. And of course the Bealtaine one, but I'm super excited for the Mabon one. I really can't wait for that one to come out. So these are kind of great, shadow and light, and this can be like your in between, you know what I mean? Or even if you're going through slow, quiet pace in your life, you know, the Yule one probably is great for that. Like, look at that. but they really do capture the feelings of all the seasons within them. So I wanted to include this obviously because they are of the witchy vibe, the witchy nature, and I love that, and I can't wait to have the whole collection. Again, like I said, I'm really sorry if this is very overloading. I just find these so gorgeous, and just the artwork, you could so get lost in it. There is some nudity in it. Doesn't bother me. Might bother some people, but that is up to you to decide for yourself. Like, I love that, like potions and spell, mistletoe, indulge. So even together, these actually work quite well. Oh, look at that. So yeah, even if you wanted to use the 3 oracles together, maybe you want to do kind of a whole season spread. So you want, you know, your spring, summer, and autumn. Well, what are the energies for that? These might be great ones to use for that. So this card gets me every time. It reminds me of the band Kiss. I don't know, is it because of the way their face are done? It's nothing about the artist, it's just how I see it. It doesn't make me love it any less, trust me. It probably makes me love it more. I find it so highly interesting. I love the guidebooks. The guidebooks are great little starting points, and you know, maybe for intuitive reading, probably not as much, but for in-depth readings and getting that guidebook knowledge and things, this is just, oh my gosh, amazing. Oh, powerful, powerful. So you guys can see it for yourself, how they work out. So, my lovelies, that is my Witchy Oracle deck collection. Probably will be adding more to this as the years go on, but for now I'm happy with what I have. Please don't ever feel like you have to go out and buy all these. You absolutely don't. You can have one and love it to smithereens if that is your thing. So do let me know in the comments below, do you have any of these decks? Do you plan on ordering any of these decks? If you don't have them, which one's your favorite? Do let me know. So I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.